I would not recommend them. They do very poor work, and they're very immoral, and they do illegal actions. I think they need to make some serious changes in their company, and I don't want anybody to get hurt like I got hurt.
This is Emma. After a head injury, she found herself pressured into a deal she never wanted, one that led to serious financial trouble. It's the kind of thing you never expect to happen to you until it does. Stay tuned to hear her story. Hey Emma, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking, Emma. Can you please walk us through what happened and I'll step in if we have any questions?
Well, I bought my house back in 2022, last day of February. And I started to invite people over for the free estimates. Which most people were very polite and would come over and they would just give you an estimate and then say, call us back. Power Home Remodeling, I had invited them over for a free estimate, and I had a head injury, um, and so I was expecting like the rest of the estimates for them to drop off some paperwork and say these are our numbers and allow me to call them back. But what ended up happening was I can't remember if I didn't go to work that day because my symptoms were so bad or if I had to go home early. I remember during the time I was having such bad problems with my head that I would shake and pass out. And I had to wear these really dark sunglasses. My coworkers kept calling me Ray Charles, and they would give me very easy tasks and keep me in the shop because I couldn't go out on the floor. Um, Noise and light, it would bother me too much, um, and would cause severe reactions. So the guy from Power Home Remodeling had shown up, and I said, "I'm sorry, dude. Like, you're gonna have to come back another time. Like, my head's really messed up right now from a head injury." And it was very obvious, even if I didn't tell him, with the dark sunglasses, and I was definitely shaking that day. Um, and he said he was gonna go ahead and just go outside the house and drop off the estimate, I think. Um, and so again, it's hard to remember due to the head injury. Um, so he went outside, he was running around the house, did the estimates. Somehow he got back into my house. I don't know if I invited him in or what, but he starts trying to sell me something. And I had told him no.
And has anybody been there with you?
My neighbors had overheard what was happening, so I got like some statements from them notarized about that day, and they said that I had told the man no several times and that they had heard it. Um, and apparently they asked me after he had left if I was okay and if I had signed anything, and apparently I said I did, but I didn't want to.
Oh wow, that's a lot to go through. What happened next? Did you try and find a way out of it?
So the next day or the day after, me and a buddy called him up to cancel, and they said that they had already ordered everything and that I couldn't cancel, which doesn't make any sense because now that I read through the contract as I'm pursuing these people, um, there was like a 3 or 5 day, I think it was 5 day cancellation period. And also, when I read through the contract, that man didn't get a signature until 6:01 p.m. The time he was scheduled to show up for the free estimate was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think they changed it to 3, but it's all documented in email when he was showing up. That means that man hounded me for 3 hours while I had a severe head injury.
All right, what happened next? Did you try reaching out to their customer service to resolve the issue? And if so, how did they respond?
They just either wouldn't get back to me, or when they eventually would, they would just say I signed and it was on me. Um, and obviously try and contact customer support for um, for actually fixing it. I had to go through the financing company to get them to actually agree to start fixing stuff. Um, I mean, and then even on top of that, it was poor, you know?
Was it easy to reach them by phone?
I mean, it wasn't easy to get a hold of them by phone. Eventually, I contacted them through email. Um, and people still aren't responding back to me. That's why I had to go to the financing company in order to get them to respond. Um,
If getting a response from them was already a struggle, what was it actually like dealing with the customer service? How was the salesman? Was he helpful or just focused on closing a deal?
Friendly but pushy. Um, was not taking no for an answer. Um, and obviously dishonest. I mean, you're taking a signature from somebody who has a severe head injury. Um, and is telling you over and over, no, I have a head injury. Come back. I told him to come back. Like I was interested, but I needed them to come back. And obviously I didn't understand the numbers well. Um, due to a head injury, because there's no way I would have signed something like that knowingly or willingly.
Please tell me, how did you initially come across this company?
It was on Facebook. It was some sort of a Facebook ad or something like that.
Have you heard of this company before? Maybe from a friend or someone you know who used their services?
They've had people knock on their door before, and nobody likes them. In fact, I was telling a buddy at the skate park um, about what was going on because my other friend was taking me to go find a lawyer for this, and my buddy at the skate park said that they had taken advantage of a his disabled elderly grandmother and did the same thing. And he's like, "Dude, no disrespect, but you were in that same condition. You were not mentally capable of signing anything." And then they pressure people into these high loans, which technically is not illegal. And I said, and he said, but taking advantage of somebody who has a mental impairment, uh, you know, does make those illegal because you told them that you were not able to sign, and they took advantage of my grandmother the same way.
Emma, what would be the best way for this to be made right? How do you wish they would handle it?
Well, so far I've gotten no reaction. Hopefully they'll respond to the lawsuit, because the financial damages they've caused me over this time period have been tremendous. At very minimum, right now as a company, I would like them to show good faith and remove that off my credit report, and then also and to just void the loan. Um, and help me towards the damages that have been caused towards my home. I'll probably have to go to court against them for the financial and physical and mental damages they've caused through all this. Um, but very minimum, I'd like them to take that off my credit report and to at least acknowledge some sort of wrongdoing by their people.
What made you decide to go public and share your experience with Power Home Remodeling?
I think they need to make some serious changes in their company, and I don't want anybody to get hurt like I got hurt.
Thank you so much, Emma. Your story really shows why change is needed. No one should be pressured into a deal, especially when they're in a vulnerable situation. Knowing everything you've been through, would you tell someone to go with this company or steer clear?
I would not recommend them. They do very poor work, and they're very immoral, and they do illegal actions.
Thanks again, Emma, for sharing your story so openly and for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you.
Emma's story is a powerful reminder of what can happen when we're pushed into a corner and left to deal with the fallout alone. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt forced into a deal you didn't want? And how did you handle it? Do you think businesses should be held accountable for aggressive sales tactics, or is it just part of the game? If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe to stay informed, because knowledge is power, and you deserve to make smart, informed choices. See you in the next video.